Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something deep, something that'll hit you right in the core if you're ready to level up your life. We're talking about how to stop being soft, how to build real, lasting strength using Stoic principles. This isn't about flexing muscles or pretending to be tough. It's about forging a mind that can handle whatever life throws at you. Comfort might feel nice, but it comes with a price. It can make you weak, brittle, ready to crack when things get tough. The Stoics? They got this. They didn't chase ease. They embraced challenge because they knew that's where growth happens. This video is divided into 10 chapters, and today we will learn each chapter in detail. Each part is about spotting where we let ourselves get soft and how to flip that around with Stoic wisdom. We're not here to just talk about it. We're here to change how you move through the world. So, grab a notebook, get comfy, but not too comfy, and let's get started. Chapter 1. Eliminate excuses. Alright, let's kick this off with the first way we soften ourselves. Excuses. You know what I'm talking about. Those little stories we tell ourselves to dodge what needs to be done. I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not the right time. Sound familiar? Excuses are like cracks in your discipline. They start small, but over time they weaken everything. The Stoics saw excuses as a betrayal of reason. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who somehow found time to journal deep thoughts while running an empire, was brutal about this. He'd wake up every morning and remind himself, "You weren't born for laziness. You were born for effort, for action, for living with purpose." When you make an excuse, you're breaking the connection between what you say you want and what you actually do. It's like saying you want to be fit but skipping the gym because it's raining. Every time you do that, you're training your brain to prioritize comfort over commitment. The Stoics didn't play that game. They believed that reason, your ability to think clearly and act deliberately, is what makes you human. Letting excuses take over is like handing the wheel to your worst impulses. So, how do you stop? It starts with awareness. Catch yourself in the act. Next time you're about to say, "I'll do it later," pause, ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What's the real cost of putting this off? Maybe it's a workout, a tough conversation, or just cleaning your space. Whatever it is, name it. Call it out for what it is. An excuse. Not a reason, not a delay, an excuse. Then, replace it with action. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be big. Just do something. Start where you are. Epictetus, another Stoic heavyweight, said we can't control outcomes, but we can control our responses. You can't control if it's raining, but you can control whether you let it stop you. Build a habit of keeping your word to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, do it. No negotiation. No, I'll try. Trying is just an excuse dressed up in nicer clothes. Commit to action even when it's messy, even when you don't feel like it. That's where discipline starts. Here's a practical tip. Start tracking your excuses. Grab a journal or a notes app and write down every time you catch yourself dodging effort. Maybe you skipped a task because you were too busy or not in the mood. Write it down. Look at the pattern. What are you gaining by avoiding it? A moment of relief? 5 extra minutes of scrolling? Now ask, is that worth the cost to your integrity? Over time, you'll see how those little dodges add up, and you'll start catching them before they take over. The Stoics weren't about waiting for the perfect moment. They acted in the moment they had. Conditions will never be ideal. There's always going to be a reason to wait, too tired, too busy, too stressed. But every time you act despite those feelings, you're sending a message to your brain. I don't need to feel good to do what's right. That's huge. It's like rewiring how you operate. You're teaching yourself that obstacles aren't stop signs. They're just part of the road. Let's break it down even more. Say you've got a project due, and your brain's whispering, "You can start tomorrow." You're not in the zone. That's the excuse talking. Instead of buying into it, set a timer for 10 minutes and just start. Doesn't matter if it's messy. Doesn't matter if you're not feeling it. Just move. Those 10 minutes will prove something to you. Action doesn't need inspiration. It needs commitment. And every time you follow through, you make it easier to do it again. That's how you build a rhythm. That's how you stop being soft. Excuses are sneaky. They'll show up as tiredness one day, fear the next, or even as logic, telling you to rest instead of push. The world will always offer you an out, something easier, something more fun. But the Stoics had a trick. They set a standard. Not a feeling, not a mood, a standard. If your standard is to act, then it doesn't matter if you're tired. You move. If your standard is to follow through, you don't negotiate with yourself. You just do it. This isn't about punishing yourself. It's about guiding yourself. Think of it like training a muscle. Every time you push through resistance, that muscle gets stronger. Every time you choose action over avoidance, your discipline grows. Over time, you stop hesitating. You stop debating whether to act. You just do. Your energy stops leaking into should I or shouldn't I, and starts flowing into execution. That's when you become reliable to yourself and to others. A person who cuts out excuses doesn't just talk about goals, they live them. Their schedule isn't built on what's convenient. It's built on what matters. They don't need someone breathing down their neck to get things done. They're driven from within. That's the kind of strength we're building here. It's not loud or flashy. It's quiet, steady, and real. Chapter 2, Welcome Hardship. Alright, let's talk about comfort. It's nice, right? A cozy bed, a warm meal, scrolling through your feed with zero stress. But here's the thing. Comfort, when you lean into it too much, is like a slow poison. It dulls your edge. It makes you fragile. The Stoics figured this out centuries ago. They didn't run from discomfort, they sought it out. Why? Because they knew it's the forge where strength is built. If you're always chasing ease, you're setting yourself up to crumble when life gets hard. Think about it. Modern life is built to keep you comfy. Apps deliver food to your door, algorithms feed you exactly what you want to see, and there's a gadget for every inconvenience. But all that smoothness comes at a cost. Without friction, you don't build resilience. Without resistance, you don't grow discipline. The Stoics saw comfort as a trap, a sneaky one that makes you soft over time. Marcus Aurelius, the guy running an empire while dodging betrayal and war, warned that luxury weakens the soul. Seneca, another Stoic legend, would sleep on the floor or eat plain food just to remind himself that comfort isn't a necessity. It's optional. Now, don't get me wrong. This isn't about making your life miserable for no reason. The Stoics weren't masochists. They used discomfort as a tool, a way to train their minds and bodies to handle whatever came their way. By choosing small challenges daily, they made difficulty familiar. That's the key, familiarity. When you're used to discomfort, it stops scaring you. It stops controlling you. You start seeing it as just another part of the process. So, how do you apply this today? You don't need to sleep on the ground like Seneca, unless you want to, no judgment. Start small. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier than you'd like, even if you're groggy, or skipping the fancy coffee and drinking plain water instead. Maybe it's taking a cold shower or walking somewhere instead of driving. These little acts of discomfort recalibrate you. They remind you that you don't need everything to be perfect to function. Here's why this works. Every time you choose the harder option, you're telling your brain, I can handle this. You're building a tolerance for effort. You're proving to yourself that you don't need ideal conditions to get things done. Over time, those small choices add up. You stop freaking out when things don't go your way. Delays don't throw you off. Setbacks don't feel like the end of the world. You're training your nervous system to stay steady no matter what. Let's get practical. Try this. Pick one thing today that you'd usually avoid because it's inconvenient. Maybe it's finishing a task in one go instead of breaking it up. Or working in silence instead of blasting music or a podcast. Maybe it's saying no to that extra episode on Netflix and going to bed on time. Whatever it is, do it. Notice how it feels. You'll probably feel resistance. Your brain loves comfort. But push through, and you'll realize that discomfort isn't the enemy. It's just a signal that you're growing. The Stoics called this voluntary discomfort. It's like a workout for your willpower. Just like you don't get stronger lifting the same light weights every day, you don't get mentally tougher by staying in your comfort zone. By choosing the harder path, you're building a mindset that can operate under pressure. You stop needing constant distractions or rewards to keep going. You start trusting your ability to handle tough moments. Here's a real-world example. Let's say you're working on a project, and it's dragging. Your brain's begging for a break. Scroll Instagram, grab a snack, anything to avoid the grind. Instead of giving in, set a timer for 20 minutes and keep going. Work through the boredom, the frustration, the urge to quit. When that timer goes off, you'll feel something shift. You didn't just get work done. You proved to yourself that you can push past resistance. That's a win that carries over into every part of your life. The Stoics knew that discomfort is temporary, but the strength you build from it lasts. Every time you lean into something hard, you're chipping away at your fear of it. You're teaching yourself that effort doesn't need to feel good to be worth it. That's huge. Most people avoid discomfort like it's a disease, but the Stoics saw it as a teacher. It shows you what you're made of. It reveals where you're weak and gives you a chance to fix it. Another tip: mix up your routine to keep discomfort in play. If you always work with music, try silence. If you usually eat for taste, try eating for fuel, something plain, no frills. These small shifts keep you adaptable. They stop you from getting too attached to comfort. They remind you that you can function without all the extras. And when life throws you a curveball, a missed flight, a tough day, a sudden challenge, you're ready. You've trained for it. This isn't about being reckless or ignoring your needs. It's about balance. The Stoics weren't about suffering for suffering's sake. They were about preparation. By practicing discomfort now, you're ready for the real challenges later. You're building a mind that doesn't panic when things get tough. You're creating a version of yourself that can stay calm and focused, even when the world's screaming at you to freak out. Over time, this practice changes how you see difficulty. It's not a barrier anymore. It's a tool. It's not something to avoid. It's something to use. The more you embrace discomfort, the less power it has over you. You stop needing everything to be easy to move forward. You start seeing challenges as opportunities to prove your strength. That's when you know you're building something real. Chapter 3. Command your feelings. Alright, emotions, they're part of what makes us human, right? They give color to life, signal what's important, and push us to act. But here's the deal. If you let them run the show unchecked, they can wreck your clarity, your decisions, and your peace. The Stoics got this. They didn't try to kill off emotions or become robots. Nah, that's a common misconception. They acknowledged feelings as natural, but they trained hard to not let them hijack judgment. It's about observing them, understanding them, and responding with reason instead of impulse. Think about it. Anger can make you say something stupid you regret later. Fear can freeze you in place when you need to move. Desire can pull you off track chasing shiny distractions. When emotions take the wheel, your life gets inconsistent. Up one day, down the next. The Stoics aimed for a mind like a fortress, as Marcus Aurelius put it. Even ruling an empire through wars and plagues, he focused on keeping his inner world steady. He'd journal reminders to stay calm, return to reason, and not let stress or betrayal knock him off balance. So, how do you start controlling your emotions without suppressing them? It begins with awareness. When a feeling hits, say, frustration bubbling up, don't just react. Pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what's causing this? Is it based on facts or assumptions? Does giving in to it help me or hurt me? The Stoics treated emotions like teachers. Anger might point to a boundary being crossed. Fear could highlight a risk. But they didn't let those signals turn into knee-jerk reactions. They created space between feeling and action, letting reason step in. Let's make this practical. Next time you're pissed off, maybe someone cuts you off in traffic or a coworker throws shade. Don't honk or snap back right away. Breathe. Step back mentally. Journal it if you can. I'm feeling angry because X happened. The belief behind it is why. Does reacting impulsively align with who I want to be? This isn't avoiding the emotion. It's dissecting it. Over time, this habit reduces the chaos. Emotions become signals, not commands. You get clearer perception, less regret. Marcus Aurelius was a pro at this. He'd remind himself daily to master urges like lashing out or crumbling under pressure. In his meditations, it's all about preserving calm amid chaos. You can do the same. Start with small stuff. When anxiety creeps in about a deadline, pause. Evaluate. What's in my control? My effort, my attitude. What's not? The outcome. Focus there. This space lets you respond intentionally, not reactively. One tool the Stoics loved, reflection. At the end of the day, review your emotional hits. Where did I lose control? What triggered it? How could I handle it better next time? Journaling builds self-awareness. It turns raw feelings into insights. You're not judging yourself harshly, just observing like a scientist. Okay, fear showed up because I'm worried about failing. But failure's a possibility. My job is to prepare and act. This shifts emotions from disruptors to guides. The goal isn't an emotionless life. That'd be boring and impossible. It's about governance. When you control your emotions, you stay stable. In conflict, you don't escalate. You de-escalate. Under pressure, you don't fold. You focus. People notice that steadiness. They trust you more because you're not swinging with every mood. In a crisis, you're the one others look to, not because you're loud, but because you're composed. Building this takes practice. It's not a one and done. You train daily. Observe reactions, pause before responding, reflect after. Spot patterns, like if tiredness amps up irritability, plan better rest. Or if envy hits when scrolling social media, limit that input. The Stoics reviewed mornings and evenings. Prep for the day, learn from it. You can too. Morning. Today, I'll pause when emotions rise. Evening. How'd that go? Let's talk real scenarios. Say you're in an argument with a friend. Anger flares. Instead of blurting out hurtful stuff, pause. Breathe. Think. This feeling's valid, but exploding won't fix it. What's a reasoned response? Maybe it's, I feel frustrated because. That keeps clarity, shows self-control. Or at work, fear of speaking up in a meeting. Acknowledge it. Fear's here because I worry about judgment. But my input matters. I'll speak anyway. Each time you do this, you weaken emotion's grip. Over time, this builds emotional resilience. You don't chase every high or flee every low. You stay grounded in what you can control. Thoughts, choices, efforts. Desire becomes a check on priorities. Anger a cue for boundaries. Fear a prompt for clear risk assessment. Your mind doesn't spiral or overreact. It responds with intention. People who master this become anchors. In heated situations, they calm things down. Their actions are measured, not moody. This isn't luck, it's effort. Daily training. Observe, don't react. Review, refine. Others sense that stability. It builds quiet authority. In tough times, you're useful, not unraveling. Emotional control shapes your presence. You influence without forcing it. People respect the steady one. Trust builds from reliability, not flash. You've earned it through pauses, examinations, holds under pressure. This resilience comes from small choices. Not big events, but daily shaping. Stoics stuck to basics. Pause, reason, repeat. No fancy methods, just fundamentals. This protects from pulls in every direction. You carry balance anywhere. Chapter 4. Forge discipline daily. Okay, let's talk discipline. It's not some mysterious gift you're born with. It's built, day by day, through consistent actions. Strength doesn't show up in random bursts. It comes from a solid structure you create and stick to. The Stoics nailed this. They knew that what you do every day shapes who you become, especially when pressure hits. If your habits are reactive, you'll fold under stress. But if they're deliberate, you'll stand firm. Epictetus compared living with principles to athletic training. Athletes don't hit the gym only when they feel pumped. They go because it's who they are. Same with philosophy for the Stoics. It's a daily practice. Discipline means setting standards that don't bend for moods or convenience. Just doing the necessary stuff, even when your brain's screaming for a break. That's what builds reliability over time. Why a routine? Cuts out decision fatigue. When basics like waking up, eating, or working are on autopilot, you free up mental energy for the big stuff. The Stoics kept it simple. Morning reflections to gear up, evening reviews to learn. No fluff, just focus. You can start the same way. Pick one action, something small, like waking at a fixed time or journaling for 5 minutes. Do it every day, no skips. Once it's locked in, layer on another. Slow and steady builds a rhythm that sticks. But building discipline isn't just adding stuff, it's subtracting distractions too. Clear out the noise. Mute notifications. Cut back on mindless scrolling. Simplify your space. These tweaks make follow-through easier. It's not about grinding 24/7. It's about smart structure. Intensity burns out, but reliability lasts. Measure discipline by consistency, not drama. Every completed task reinforces who you're becoming. Let's get real with an example. Say your goal is better focus. Start a routine. 7 a.m. wake up. No phone for the first hour. Use that time for a quick Stoic read or planning your day. At night, review what went well. Where did I slip? Adjust. No big overhaul, just one habit at a time. Miss a day? Don't beat yourself up. Get back on track. The Stoics weren't perfect, but they were persistent. This consistency builds trust in yourself. Doubt fades because you prove you can follow through. Internal debates quiet down. No more should I. It's already decided. You shift from planning to doing with less resistance, saving energy for actual work. Life simplifies. Less guilt from avoidance, less stress from unfinished tasks. You gain quiet confidence knowing your behavior matches your values. Deeper focus comes too. With a routine anchoring you, you're not yanked around by every whim. You dive into what matters, work longer, stay present. Rest feels earned, not haunted by to-dos. The Stoics controlled what they could. Thoughts, efforts, habits. They kept routines simple, reviewed daily, refined as needed. Over time, this creates a foundation that's rock solid, in private and public. Others notice. Consistency breeds trust. People see you're dependable. Respect follows without you chasing it. Discipline shifts from struggle to normal. Your mind craves order, your body responds. No need for massive changes, just daily reps until they root. Think about Marcus Aurelius, emperor, philosopher, busy guy. Yet he carved time for reflection amid chaos. You can too. Start your day intentional. What principles guide me today? End with, did I live them? This loop sharpens everything. Routine fights softness by making effort habitual. Tired? Routine says go anyway. Distracted? Structure pulls you back. It's your safety net in tough times. When motivation dips, habits carry you. Practical steps. List core values, say health, learning, relationships. Build routines around them. Health, daily walk. Learning, 20 minutes reading. Relationships, check-in calls. Keep it doable. Track progress, not obsessively, but to see growth. Adjust as life changes, but hold the core. Discipline grows identity. You become the person who shows up, finishes, adapts. No more starting strong and fizzling. You're steady, useful, resilient. Stoics saw discipline as freedom. From whims, regrets, chaos. Routine delivers that. It's the bridge from soft to strong. One more tip. Pair routines with triggers. Coffee after wake-up. Tie it to journaling. Post-workout. Reflection time. Anchors make habits stick. Over weeks, you'll feel the shift. Decisions align better. Energy flows right. You're not just reacting, you're directing. Chapter 5. Curb your desires. Alright, desires, they're everywhere, right? That craving for a late-night snack, the pull to check your phone every 5 minutes, the urge to buy something you don't really need just because it's on sale. The Stoics spotted this early. Desire often kicks off a cycle of suffering. It's not that wanting things is bad, but when it controls you, it throws your mind out of whack. You start chasing quick fixes instead of building real strength. Seneca nailed it when he said the richest person is the one who needs the least. Luxury. It just creates fake needs that leave you vulnerable. See, every time you indulge without thinking, you're training yourself to depend on that hit. Get it, and it's a brief high. Miss it, and you're agitated. The cycle spins on. The Stoics aim to snap that loop by cutting back on unnecessary wants. It's about regaining control, not living like a monk, unless that's your vibe. Desires pop up in all shapes. validation from likes, climbing the social ladder, or quick pleasures like booze, smokes, or endless scrolling. Some are physical, like comfort food, others mental, like needing constant novelty or reassurance. Alone, they seem harmless, but stack them up, and they erode your independence. Suddenly, your peace hinges on stuff outside your grasp, external hits that can vanish anytime. The Stoic fix? Don't ignore desires, examine them. When one hits, pause. Ask, where's this coming from? Is it a real need or a habit? Most cravings are learned, pumped up by ads, trends, or social media. Without checking them, you turn reactive, energy split across too many chases. Simplify, fewer inputs, deeper focus. Enjoy basics. A simple meal shows satisfaction doesn't need bells and whistles. A quiet walk proves you don't need stimulation to be present. Practical move, try fasting from comforts. Not just food, skip the easy stuff on purpose. Delay that gratification even if it's right there. Swap convenience for effort sometimes. Each time you're reminding yourself, I don't need this to function. My mind can hold steady without escapes. These reps build skills, patience, endurance, self-trust. Let's say you're scrolling out of boredom. Desire whispers, just 5 more minutes. Instead, set it down. Sit with the itch. Watch it peak and fade. You realize it passes and you're fine. Or craving approval. Post something without obsessing over likes. Focus on why you shared it. These acts strengthen reason over impulse. Desire shows up, but you get it, it's not the boss. Over time, this shifts your identity. You're the one who manages cravings, not ruled by them. Confidence stabilizes because it's from within, not highs and lows of satisfaction. You chill in silence, effort without rewards. Peace comes from structure, not dodges. Anxiety drops too. Less driven by urges, reactions slow, more thoughtful. Delays don't bug you. Changes don't throw you. Harder to manipulate by ads or pressure. Decisions reflect long-term strength, not short relief. Life gets focused, deliberate. Stoics didn't axe pleasure, they mastered responses. Clear mind doesn't chase or flee, it stays steady. No constant urges mean you set direction and stick to it. Build this with awareness. Spot desire patterns. What triggers? Journal. Felt urge for X because Y. Is it necessary? Question origins, habit or truth. Reduce noise. Limit media feeding wants. Choose inputs wisely. Enjoyment changes. Simple things satisfy more. Meaning from completion, not claps. Restraint builds patience. Discipline, endurance. Each no to craving boosts self-regulation. Prove you handle it, identity links to control. Constant satisfaction fades. No chasing entertainment to avoid discomfort. At ease in stillness. Alignment reduces pulls. Less anxiety, slower reactions, intentional choices. Less dependent on approval, pleasures, outcomes. Stability grows. Decisions support goals. Life deliberate. This was Stoic gold. Mastery over response. Steady mind, not yanked off course. Decide. Follow with control. Chapter 6. Harness your focus. Alright, attention, it's like the steering wheel of your life. Where you point, it determines where you end up. If your focus is all over the place, your energy scatters, and nothing gets done right. The Stoics treated attention like a muscle you train. They only gave it to what was useful, real, and in their control. Everything else? Dismissed. Marcus Aurelius was big on this. He'd remind himself to snap back to the present, not get lost in worries about the future or regrets from the past. Leading an empire through crises, he stayed sharp by keeping his mind on the task at hand. Today, distractions are everywhere. Your phone buzzes, ads pop up, notifications ping. It's all designed to hijack your focus. The cost? You lose clarity. Your mind jumps around, reacting to noise instead of driving with purpose. You forget what you were doing, get overwhelmed, and end up exhausted without real progress. The Stoic fix. Take charge of what gets in. Decide what deserves your attention. Shape your environment to cut interruptions. Maybe put your phone in another room or use apps to block sites. Start simple. Block out time where distractions are off-limits. Say 30 minutes with your phone silenced, just you and the work. Set specific times to check emails or social media, once in the morning, once at lunch, once at night. Read with full focus, no multitasking. Write without glancing at alerts. These steps rebuild your attention span, turning it from fragile to fortified. The Stoics practiced returning to the present gently. If your mind wanders, don't beat yourself up. Just come back. Over time, this builds discipline. Repetition creates focus, and focus brings peace. Attention is finite. Direct it wisely, and it shapes your life for the better. Without mastering it, other strengths fade. You can't build discipline if you're constantly pulled away. Let's break it down with an example. You're working on a project, but your mind keeps drifting to what-ifs or that funny video you saw earlier. Stoic style. Notice the drift, pause, and redirect. Okay, that's not helpful right now. Back to this. Do it enough and it becomes habit. Your brain learns to stay put. Why does this matter? Scattered attention leads to half-done tasks, stress, and regret. Mastered attention means deeper work, better decisions, calmer mind. You respond, not react. In conversations, you're fully there, listening, not planning your next words. That builds real connections. Practical tips. Start your day by setting focus intentions. Today, I'll give full attention to these 3 tasks. Use tools like a timer for focus bursts, 25 minutes on, 5 off, like Pomodoro with a Stoic twist. During breaks, reflect. Did I stay on track? What pulled me away? Adjust next time. Environment matters too. Clear your desk, close tabs, mute everything unnecessary. The Stoics kept life simple to keep minds clear. You can too. Limit inputs. Pick a few quality sources for news or learning, not endless scrolling. Attention ties into other chapters. Controlling emotions. Focused attention helps you observe feelings without reacting. Taming desires. It spots cravings early. Routines. They protect your focus time. Marcus Aurelius wrote about ignoring chatter, staying with the now. In Empire Chaos, he focused on controllables. You face digital chaos, same principle. Build gradually. If your span's short, start with 10 minutes focused reading. Build to longer. Track progress, note distraction-free sessions. This mastery brings freedom. No more slave to pings or urges. You direct your day, achieve more with less effort. Peace comes from presence, not escape. Distractions steal time, respect it by guarding focus. Like Chapter 7 teases, time's limited. Waste it on fluff and you pay. Attention underpins self-control. Train it and everything strengthens. Over time, you'll notice changes. Deeper concentration, less overwhelm, more satisfaction from done work. You're not just busy, you're effective. Stoics dismissed the irrelevant. Ask, is this useful? In my control? If no, let go. In practice, meeting, focus on speaker, not phone. Workout, tune into form, not daydreams. This sharpness carries over. Decisions clearer, reactions measured. Mastering attention. Foundation for Stoic life. Direct it, own your path. Chapter 7. Honor every moment. Time, it's the one thing you can't get back. Once it's gone, that's it. The Stoics saw wasting time as a serious slip-up, almost like a moral lapse. Seneca put it bluntly, people guard their stuff like hawks but toss time away like it's endless. Every distraction, every pointless delay, every indulgence that doesn't serve you, it all chips away at your life. The Stoics kept a sharp eye on this. They didn't confuse busyness with progress. They asked if each action mattered, if it lined up with their values, if it built the person they wanted to be. Respecting time means accounting for it. Review your day. What did I do? Did it count? Plan with purpose. What gets my energy today? Cut habits that drain without giving back. Don't let others hijack your schedule with stuff that doesn't fit your priorities. Use focus blocks, say 90 minutes deep work, no interruptions. Set boundaries. Mornings for big tasks, evenings for winding down. Let routines hold your energy so it doesn't leak everywhere. Wasting time breeds regret. Protecting it builds confidence. You trust your choices, see real gains. This consistency shapes who you are. Directed, not drifting. It's not about cramming every second. It's about intention. Know what matters, act on it. That's what makes time valuable. Let's dig in. Start your day with a quick audit. What's essential today? What can wait? End with reflection. Did I use time well? What stole it? This keeps you accountable. Seneca warned against treating time like an unlimited supply. We act like we'll live forever, but we won't. Practical move. Track your time for a week. Log everything: work, scrolls, chats. See where it goes. Shocked by how much slips into nothing? Cut it. Replace with meaningful stuff. Stoics plan simply, focus sharply. Time ties to attention from last chapter. Distractions eat time. Guard both. Say no to non-essentials. Politely decline invites or tasks that don't align. Your time's yours, own it. Example. Got a free hour? Don't default to TV. Read, walk, plan. Each choice respects time or wastes it. Build habits that honor it. Early rises for quiet focus. Set end times for meetings. Stoics viewed time as finite fuel. Burn it wisely. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily. Act now, life's short. No postponing. This mindset shifts everything. Procrastination? It's time theft from future you. Tackle tasks head-on. Break big ones into chunks, but move. Boundaries protect time. Notify others. I'm focused till noon. Use tools like calendars to block slots. Treat your time like a VIP. Don't let anyone crash the party uninvited. Regret from wasted time hurts. Imagine looking back. I could have done more. Stoics avoided that by living deliberately. Each day, ask, am I advancing? Progress comes from consistent, intentional use. Small daily investments compound. Read 10 pages a day? That's books yearly. Waste on trivia? Nothing. Respect time by valuing it over comfort. Tired? Push if it matters. Balance rest, but don't hide behind it. Stoics didn't multitask, they focused. One thing well beats half doing many. Quality over quantity. In relationships, give full time or none. Half present, waste for all. Work. Deep focus yields better results faster. Less time overall. This builds identity. Reliable, purposeful. Others respect your time because you do. Seneca. Life's long if used right. Fill with value, not filler. Plan loosely, life shifts but hold intent. Tools. Time-blocking apps, but don't over-rely. Internal respect first. Evening reviews spot leaks. That argument stole an hour? Worth it? Learn. Adjust. Mornings set tone. Prioritize top 3 tasks. This discipline frees you. Less rush, more accomplishment. Peace from knowing time's well spent. Tie to desires. Cravings steal time. Tame them, reclaim it. Emotions. Anger wastes hours stewing. Control them, save time. Full circle. Respecting time strengthens all. Stoics. Time's irreplaceable. Honor it, build a life without regret. Over time, you'll feel empowered. Decisions sharper, days fuller. Chapter 8. Break free from validation. Alright, approval, it's like a drug for a lot of us. We chase likes, nods, and thumbs ups, but relying on it makes your judgment shaky and your character wobbly. The Stoics called this out as a bad move. It turns your peace into something conditional, always at the mercy of what others think. Marcus Aurelius was clear. Praise doesn't add value to anything. An action's right or wrong on its own merits, not because someone claps for it. Chasing approval is like grabbing at smoke. It's never solid, always shifting. The Stoics built independence by sticking to principles. Decide what's good, then do it. Take feedback, sure, but don't let it rule you. Be polite, but don't bend just to fit in. This takes real honesty. Know your values inside out. Without that, you'll end up trying to please everybody and ending up with nothing. How to put this into play. Talk less about your plans, just execute. Take steps without broadcasting them. Stop seeking validation before you act. Let your behavior show your convictions. You don't need a green light from the world to live right. What you need is alignment between what you think and what you do. That's where inner confidence comes from, the kind that holds up when things get uncertain. The Stoics didn't ditch praise altogether, they just didn't depend on it. Their compass was internal, so they stayed steady even when opinions flipped. This makes you resilient. In a group, you contribute without fishing for agreement. Alone, you stick to your path without second-guessing. Let's get practical. Next time you're about to post something for likes or ask for opinions on a decision that's yours, pause. Ask, am I doing this for me or for them? If it's for approval, rethink. Do the thing quietly. Build habits like that and you'll feel freer. No more emotional roller coaster from feedback. Dependency on approval softens you because it outsources your self-worth. End it and you reclaim control. Your actions become yours, not a performance. That's Stoic strength. Quiet, self-reliant, unshakable. Chapter 9, Own Your Duties. Responsibility, it's heavy, but dodging it just makes it heavier over time. The longer you put it off, the more it piles up with complications and stress. The Stoics didn't wait for the perfect moment. They tackled what was in front of them right away. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every day that time's ticking. Act now, not later. Hesitating was like abandoning himself. Life keeps moving whether you're ready or not. Stoics owned what they could handle without passing the buck. Taking responsibility builds inner structure. It aligns your actions with your role in the world. When you claim your behavior, tasks, and impact, things get clearer. You see what's yours and what's not, so you stop wasting energy on uncontrollables. Focus sharpens on your thoughts, choices, effort. Avoiding responsibility often stems from the discomfort it brings. Energy, attention, uncertainty. Fear of screwing up keeps you stalled. But delays breed confusion. Ignored duties turn into bigger messes. The Stoic way, carry the weight to build strength. Step into pressure, not away from it. Act while others wait. This grows through daily reps. Handle your space, finish starts, keep your word, respond honestly. Small, but they lay a dependable foundation. Others see it, you see it. It changes your self-view. Discomfort doesn't break you. It shows your prep, highlights weak spots, forces confrontation. Discomfort turns useful. Sharpens thinking under pressure. Teaches composure in uncertainty. Shift your default from escape to action. Mind adapts. Tasks less scary. Comfort not required. Start small. Wake on time. Clean up. Tackle delayed tasks. Reply to avoided messages. Speak truth even if awkward. These build accountability, prep for bigger stuff. Each win proves you're getting disciplined, consistent. Patterns shape identity. No more external pushes, you trust your commitment. Schedule around needs, not feels. Reduces want versus duty conflict. Expect more from yourself. Spot issues early. Respond direct. You lead by presence, not title. Others rely on you because your actions earn it. Handle unfinished. Solve delays. Keep pace. Responsibility becomes choice, sign of maturity. Stoics train for leadership. Clarity over avoidance, discipline via structure, habits for long action. Goal. Form to unstable, centered when shifts. Carrying responsibility turns obligation to opportunity. Adds weight to presence, reflects principles in tasks. Stops drifting, starts direction. That's Stoic standard. Step into avoids, shape them. Chapter 10. Lead through action. Words are cheap, actions stick. The Stoics' new talk fades without backing. They lived their principles, letting behavior teach. Life as statement, consistency as model. No persuasion needed, show through reps. Others observe without prompting. This demands control, alignment. Can't preach strength while weak. Actions must match values. Believe clarity, decisions show it. Endurance, work proves it. Reps reinforce or contradict. Stoics weren't perfect. Fell short, reflected, corrected, moved on. No blame, just improve. Self-correction strengthens commitment. Process doesn't need audience. Work continues unseen. Principles hold sans praise. Show up, complete, truth, compose. Habits shape identity. Others note patterns, trust steadiness. Influence starts with self. Shape conduct, then others. Lead without needing to uphold standards, sans reminders, presence gains weight. Acts from conviction, not attention. Leadership no title, gradual via decisions. Presence via consistency. Move first, begin pre-crowd. Effort to execution, not explain. Character via follow-through, not show. Difficulty? Act in principles. Stability earns trust. Others rely on demonstrated. Trust from steady behavior across time. Calm or conflict, same response, dependable. Uncertainty? Look to unshifting. Without explaining philosophy, become example. Struggle? Notice your structure. Leadership via measured, repeatable, earned. Living this, more than order, reduces waste. No defending beliefs, actions confirm. No loud corrections. Conduct shows alternative. Useful, effort undivided. Crisis? Behavior exact, not exaggerated. Ordinary? Consistent. Dependability visible in uncertainty, when needed most. Create clarity via motion. Reduce uncertainty via task behavior. Limit confusion via completion, not talk. Presence lowers tension via reliability. Hesitate? You continue. Finish starts. Reference for unsure. Led by direction amid shifts. Principles all conditions. Discipline unseen. Standard praise or ignore. No division values actions. Beliefs in daily decisions. Conduct stable pressure. Pattern others learn. Right choice sans argument. Strength with restraint. Keep intact via simplicity. Act clear, avoid attention. Reduce noise, focus responsibilities. Steady posture earns respect. Rely on consistency, visible time. Trust judgment from discipline, not performance. Unstable? Look to unchanged, you moving with clarity. Stoics trained reduce contradiction. Decisions match values. Routines sharpen habits. Examine behavior honest, correct patient. Reps make responses measured, dependable. Character visible repetition, not explanation. No words for philosophy, clear in difficulty response. Visible quiet and pressure. No approval for consistency. No spotlight accountability. Uphold via small reps. Choices pattern observe, hard ignore. Adversity no complaint. Commitments no reminders. Tasks no excuses. Behavior makes values known sans slogans. Life around principles reinforced routines. Structure for efficiency and clear in unstable. Structure reduces hesitation. Rhythm focus action. External chaos. Inner steady. Identity on conduct. Actions repeated, not perception. Prioritize control, consistent effort. Focus via repetition. No novelty or high energy, trained habits. Motivation fade. Keep going, routine place. System protects swings. Grounding uncertainty. Pressure. Response prepared. Tested, built, adjusted experience. No dramatic reactions. Compose forward. Adapt sans collapse. Replaces softness reliability. No ideal conditions. Adapts order effort. Reps build self-trust. Task sharpens clarity. Choice-rooted principle defined. Posture improves. Decisions align often. Challenges? Precision. Less impulse. Less conflict disrupt. Choices signal structure, not emotion. Discipline interprets difficulty. Hard moments prove system. No ideal surroundings motion. Pressure part path, welcome tool reveal prep. Composed, supported practice. System repeatable forward. Reduces confusion. Structure uncertainty. Direction speed. Next right action not impressive. Limit distractions return principle. Reliability focus essential often. Energy value. Harder off course. Fewer resets. Work improves. Habits moods. Response dependable. Pattern stable. Consistent no reward. Follow difficult. On task no applause. Reliable life quiet daily effort. System identity. Boundaries matter. Belief to behavior. Discipline words. Promise less. Complete more. Choose speak. Act before explain. Others trust sans ask. Presence steadiness. Judgment respected experience, not guess. Practice speak. Advice weight behavior supports. Become reference lost. Consistency useful unstable. Strength repetition. Structure notice instability. Stoic clarity source. Not distracted noise. Close values uphold standards. Continue work.